In this video, I'm gonna break down a $29,000 virtual wholesale deal that I did recently. I'm gonna show you what list I got it from, what marketing channel I used to get it, how I found a buyer, the whole shebang. Stay tuned. What's going on? If you are new to this channel, my name is James Hodges and I am the founder of REI Game Changers. And this channel is all about sharing my best practices that I have found in scaling my real estate company to multiple seven figures and also helping dozens of other real estate wholesalers and house flippers scale their businesses to $100,000 per month and beyond. Now, in this video, like I mentioned, I'm going to break down a recent virtual wholesale deal that I completed and share with you exactly how I got the deal, where I found the deal, what list it came from, what marketing channel I used to get it, the whole shebang. Now, if you are not familiar with virtual wholesaling allows you to actually find a property in a city that you've never been to, get a property under contract with a seller, and sell the property without you ever visiting the property itself. And that's what this deal was. It was a virtual wholesale deal. Now, whenever I was looking for this deal, whenever you're looking for any wholesale deals, you've got to have typically a seller that is motivated to sell their property at a discount. And that's what we had in this situation. So when I was marketing for this property, this was a city that I had never done a deal in. So I actually did not have a buyer's list. I was not very familiar with the comps in the area. So this was all brand new for me in this particular area. Now, when I'm going into an area, I typically like an area that I have never been to before. I typically like to use low-cost marketing channels to dip my toe in the waters in that area. So typically, when I'm going into a new area, I will use marketing channels like SMS to dip my toe in the water in that area. And that's what I did in this situation. With this situation, I pulled an unknown equity list and I was using SMS marketing for this new city, this new market that I was operating in, and that's where this lead came from. Now, this lead, right off the bat, seemed like a motivated seller because when asking about the reason that she wanted to sell the house, she mentioned that she had inherited the house from her brother and sister-in-law who had tragically passed away, which was literally, it was a horrific situation, and these type of situations happen all the time. And us as real estate investors, we get to help people solve these problems when life circumstances happen. And it was honestly a big blessing that we were able to help this woman solve this issue because she inherited the house from her brother and sister-in-law, and she was looking to get rid of the house quickly because she wanted to move back up to Wyoming, and she was currently in Texas. And so it truly was a distressed situation where the woman needed to sell the house quickly. And so there was obvious distress, there was obvious pain points associated with this woman's situation. And when we got into discussing the asking price for the property, she was asking for around $200,000. Now, being new to the area, I did not know what the comps were. And in Texas, which is where this property is located, sometimes it's hard to find comps in non-disclosure states unless you have MLS access. Now, I was using tools like Batch Leads, PropStream, Zillow, Redfin. I literally was looking on all of these softwares trying to come up with the best comps possible. And initially, I thought the house was going to be worth around $250,000 as an after repair value. And so when we went to negotiate with the homeowner to negotiate on a purchase price, we ended up settling on $180,000 or $181,000 as a purchase price. She agreed to the price, and the reason why we settled on this purchase price is because based off of the feedback that she was sharing with us and the pictures that she sent over to us, it didn't seem like the property needed very many repairs. It seemed like there was only about $10,000, maybe $15,000 worth of work that needed to be put into the property. So across the board, this seemed like a good deal. And I believe that I could move the property at least $250,000. Now, after getting the property under contract with the homeowner, I ended up finding out that there actually were some sold comps closer to $275,000. And so I knew that we actually accidentally got a really good deal here. Now, this presented the second challenge. I'm operating in a city where I don't have a buyer's list. Now, as a wholesaler, I've got to get the property under contract, and then I've got to be able to find an end buyer who's going to purchase this property as an investment property. Now, the property did not need a lot of work, and it was in a pretty good location, so it actually was a property that if I needed to, I could have actually bought the property and then listed it on the MLS as a wholesale type deal. But I wanted to see if we could get a buyer and find a cash offer first. Now, for this particular property, this was a great rental type property because it's a 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom house, and it's in pretty good condition. It needs very little repairs put into it. And so all day long, this looked like a great buy and hold property for an investor who's looking to buy rental properties in that area. Now, in this particular market in Texas, this is a great buy and hold market, and it's a very hot market. So I knew that there should be demand for the property, whether it's from investors or whether I put it on the MLS. And at the price point that I got it at, I knew it would sell all day long for at least $250,000. So what I ended up doing, because I didn't have a buyer's list, I ended up finding one of the top wholesaling companies, one of the biggest wholesaling companies in that market, because this company has a massive buyer's list. They have a big, gigantic buyer's list, literally thousands and thousands of buyers on their list that they could get this property in front of for me. And so I approached the wholesaling company and I said, here's the price that I want to sell it at. I want to sell this at $210,000. That's my bottom line. If I don't get this price, I'm going to list it on the MLS. And so this wholesaling company, they asked for a 1-day option period, which I was fine with. And they said that they believed that they could move it for $210,000. And so what they ended up doing, they blasted it out to their buyer's list, and they ended up being able to find a buyer for $210,000 who was able to get the property under contract on the buyer side, sight unseen. Now, the reason why we were able to sell it sight unseen to a buyer is because we got professional photos and a video walkthrough taken of the property. So that's a key, that's a tip whenever you are virtual wholesaling. If you can get professional photos taken, high quality photos, and a video walkthrough, a virtual walkthrough of the property taken, then it makes it a lot easier to sell the property sight unseen on the buyer side. So because we had the high quality photos and a video walkthrough of the property, we were able to sell this property sight unseen to the buyer for $210,000, meaning we were able to profit $29,000 on this wholesale deal. That's the full breakdown, guys. I got this property from an unknown equity list. I used SMS marketing to get the deal, and I was able to find a buyer because I partnered with a large wholesaling company that has a massive buyer's list in the area, and I was able to tap into their buyer's list because I was operating in a market that I didn't have a buyer's list. Now, obviously, eventually, no matter what market you're operating in, you want to grow your own buyer's list because that means you're going to have the highest profitability within your own company. But when you're new, you're starting out, or you're operating in a market that you've never operated in before, sometimes it's really beneficial to tap into somebody else's buyer's list. Even though you're profiting a little bit less, you can still move deals faster and potentially even for more money than you could on your own. So that's the breakdown of this deal, guys. If you got value from this video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and if you're looking for help implementing these strategies in your business, you can go into the description down below and go to reigamechangers.com. We help dozens and dozens of wholesalers and flippers scale their businesses. We would be glad to help you as well. That's all I got for today, guys. Thank you so much. We'll see you soon.